Mhm. Oh, I need a haircut. Dang. Can't tell if this is. It looks like it's reading okay. You never can really tell. What's this say? This looks all good. Hard to tell though. You guys hear me okay? Say hello or leave a comment if you can hear me. All right, I am going to talk here for a little bit, and I'm hoping this comes in. It doesn't seem very strong. So all right. So I kind of did a vertical live a little bit ago. A lot of this is just so I can hear it and replay this later. Oh man, I need a haircut. Look at them wings. Well, to be fair, it's winter here and it feels like a hat or an extra covering for my head right now. And I'm trying to enjoy me having what hair I have left before it's all gone or I shave it. So this is early years. You're gonna be like, wow, we still had hair. This is crazy. That's what a lot of people are going to probably say, hopefully in the future, or they're not going to care. Um, so I've got a few things going on here. This one specifically is a plan this summer in 2026 to go cross country. It's kind of a meditation tour slash. I'm going to go out there and actually check out some different areas to possibly move here in the future. As much as I love Northern Michigan, these winters have been so brutal on me and my health. That I have been looking into maybe some warmer weather. I'm originally from California, and I'm also just not into outdoor sports. I'm not really into doing a lot of the things that would drive people to live and want to be here. I'm not into hunting, not really into ATVs or snowmobiles. I'm not into fishing. So you can see I'm not. There's just in this town too. There's just a lot of like bar, restaurant, hangouts that that's not my hangout type of thing. There is a lot of nature and woods, and that's what drove me here. And I've spent a few years now here at two different times, and I'm going to continue spending the spring and summer, even fall here in Northern Michigan. Just soaking it all up because I think Northern Michigan does have a lot to experience that a lot of people in the United States would not know firsthand. I didn't know much about this coming from California. Michigan to me was like, oh, Detroit, that's the murder capital of the world. Don't even be in that state. But the fact is I live many hours away from Detroit, and Detroit is a beautiful city. There are some low income areas, just like there is in every city that I've lived in. I've lived in LA, San Francisco, San Diego. So that's where we're at with that. And I do plan on actually stopping into Detroit and spending a couple days down there on my road trip. Um, my wife's brother lives down there, and he's always talking well of the Ypsilanti, Detroit area, things to do, places to eat, shops, stores, stuff like that. So I do plan on going there and giving it a fair shot myself, going out there and taking a look at some things. But to be honest with you, when I was still looking at the weather, it's just not realistic for me going forward into the future with my health, and what I want to do, the goals that I have for my health in the future of where I want to be, I guess. So that's what I've got. But just to give you some idea, we are planning on going from the East Coast here, going to the West Coast in some fashion. What I've got is going from Detroit to Hocking Hills, Ohio, and then stopping there for a couple days, probably going to do a meditation, book signing, that kind of stuff. And then I'm going to go over to Springfield, Illinois. Same thing there. Going to check out the area, the town, see some great things, sign some books, do a book thing there, do a meditation session. Kansas City, Missouri, and then same thing. There's Colorado is going to be another stop somewhere. I haven't finalized that one. Santa Fe, New Mexico is going to be a stop for a couple days. Around Sedona, Arizona area, I'm actually going to spend a few days, and then going to shoot up and see a bit of the Grand Canyon, and then go over to Las Vegas from there. So if you are anywhere, close to any of those places that I mentioned, send a comment down below, shoot me an email, let me know where you're at. If you want me to sign a book or do a meditation or check out a town area, if you think, hey, Will, I think someone like you would do really good here because, you're similar to what I like. But just to give you an idea, I can see myself going for morning and evening walks as long as the weather is cooperative, I guess. That's the best way I can explain it. And yearly, consistently. And here in Michigan right now, it's going to be 3 or 4 months of horrific weather where I'm just not going to be able to do that. There are a couple of gyms and some workout areas, but I'm just so much more of a nature lover. And I can tell that because when I'm watching YouTube videos at home about different places and travel channels, things pop out into my eye that I really like and go, wow, that's really beautiful. I've never been there. And that looks like an area that I'd really enjoy. And for a lot of people, there's no way for really knowing if you would do well in an area without going there and checking it out. Sometimes you can go there and get a vibe from a place. Sometimes a lot of people get stuck in a place and have no desire or dreams anymore to get out of that place. And like I said, for me, I'm not young, I'm 47, but I still have these dreams of traveling the US, traveling the world, finding a home that I can really call home. Where I come from in Northern California, it was good to leave that place, and I'm glad I left that place. And I don't really have a desire to go back there for a couple reasons. One is it doesn't really have what I'm looking for, both in weather and in the economy, the way it is that I'm hoping for. There are areas in California, don't get me wrong, and I have looked in several places like Santa Cruz, Santa Barbara, Monterey. I like those coastal areas. Yosemite was another area that I'm still considering traveling to this year or the next year. But man, Lamb Chop, come here, girl. Special guest appearance. Lamb Chop to pup. she right now is one of the reasons me and my wife have this dog, and we have a cat, and we are not traveling a whole lot right now. We're not doing that stuff for a while, not just because the weather's poor. Lord knows I'd like to be in the southern states right now, but is because we are taking care of a diabetic animal that needs 2 shots a day. Our budget right now for taking care of all of this and being able to do what we do and just living a life, is getting really hard. The economy the way it is. So I always appreciate it when people do like, subscribe onto this channel. It does support that. Buying an ebook, a cheap ebook, definitely supports this cause as well. And like I said, this is just the first vlog. I I wanted to make sure the mic was going to work, the camera was going to work. I'm going to have a better backdrop. Lord knows I need a haircut. I'm not sure about this mustache for 2026. What do you guys think? Anyway, it's going to wrap it up. That's going to be my live podcast vlog. About 11 minutes in. I'm going to try to make these longer once this thing gets going, but this is basically just a pilot episode. Like I said, mic check, camera check. And I did do one on vertical earlier, made a YouTube short. So go take a look at my channel. And if I've earned it, please hit that like and subscribe. And as always, you guys have a blessed day.